Hello, and welcome to episode 18 of the Spicy Homemaker podcast. My name's Melissa, and this is a podcast about knitting and creative living. Today is April 23rd. It's a Saturday, and if you are a new viewer, thank you so much for coming and checking my podcast out. I really appreciate it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I always look forward to spending some time with you guys, and I know it's been about 3 weeks now, and I've always said I'm going to podcast every 2 weeks, but I did post an announcement in my Ravelry group. There has been some changes, which I spoke about a little while back. In March, I switched jobs, and the learning curve is very steep, and there's lots and lots of training. And I probably should mention, yes, we're in the sunroom today. This is a new location for us. I'm usually in my art studio. And the sunroom also is the home of the birds, Buddy and Sunshine. They may make an appearance from time to time. We'll see how this works out, but because they get free range of the room, they're a little spoiled, but you know, we'll see what happens here. So, as I was saying, job, steep learning curve. I'm working literally 13 to 16 hour days, waking up at 3 a.m. on most days. It's a little rough right now. Last weekend, I completely crashed. I was able to take this Friday off, which was wonderful. I did do a podcast yesterday, which would have been the day I was off, and I did it from bed, as a matter of fact. But I ended up losing all of it through a technology glitch. So we're just gonna do it over. It's no big deal. So let's just get into some administrative things very quickly. I don't know if you'd even call them administrative things because they're just awesome things, really. Prizes. Let's talk about some prizes that were given away. First of all, I want to say thank you so much. We just did the over 1,000 plus subscriber giveaway on YouTube. And I opened a thread in Ravelry, and you guys left some comments, and they were so wonderful considering what's going on right now with the long hours and just not keeping up well. I loved reading those comments. They could not have been more perfectly timed. You guys are so sweet and so kind and generous and supportive and encouraging. And I loved some of the suggestions. So we're gonna be talking about that a little bit later, but thank you so much, really. Thank you. And let's talk about who won the prize, okay? So I drew offline, and it was Patty Feller, which is post number 66. And she won the Pipolo Fields kit. This is a project bag, looks much like a 50s diner with some hamburgers, hot dogs, ice cream and coffee, ketchup, that kind of thing. Open it up. Has some very fun yarn. And it has tape measure, a button, and a Sucre miniature. Looks like a little chocolate milkshake. There's also a coupon in here, Patty, for if you want to make another purchase from them. I think it's 25% off is a coupon, so that's all coming to you. Send me a Ravelry message with your address, and I will get that out to you right away. So, because you guys are always awesome. I just do stuff like this, so you know. I said I was gonna give one prize away, but you guys, I can never put into words how awesome you are, how much your support means to me, how inspired I am by you guys, that I want to give another prize away. So I went ahead and drew another prize, and it is for some mini skeins from Andy of Andre Sue Knits. How fun is this? Looks like a rainbow, doesn't it? With this really cool little, I love this one, really. Andy, I really like this. Whatever this colorway is, she does a lot of one-of-a-kinds. I really love this one in particular. But there are 5 mini skeins of fingering weight yarn. Lots of fun. And I bought these stitch markers from her a while back. And they, not that long ago, they're taco stitch markers. I thought these were a lot of fun because I'll show you some things that I just received from her in the mail not too long ago. So I thought these would be a great little prize together. How fun, right? So I drew, and Shauna 285 won. So Shauna, get in touch with me on Ravelry. Send me a message and your address, and I will put these in the mail for you. So, we got another prize. So I've been giving away a lot of patterns. I already did that. I don't even know how many patterns I've given away. Over 5. I think it was for the Windy Sky shawl and, the Squishy shawl by Mina. And those have already went out. But we just got another pattern giveaway. It's by Devin of the Francophile, I think I'm saying that right, Francophile Knits podcast. She's kind of local to me. She's from Indiana. I'm really trying to get to know my Midwest podcasters. And she is very close to me. So I have been in touch with her and talking to her quite a bit. And she gave us her new pattern, which is the Amboys shawl pattern. Hopefully I will insert a picture here of Allie from the Get Lit and Knit podcast. She just knit a gorgeous shawl, or her Devin's pattern. It's beautiful. I love what she did here. Great job, Allie. But now we have one to give to you guys. So I'm going to open a thread in the Ravelry group. And all you're going to have to tell me, the prompt is going to be, what do you plan to knit next? I think that's kind of fun. What's next for your plans? What's your, do you have it caked up? Are you ready to go? What's your pattern? Let me know. And I will draw for that in 1 week. Whenever I open this thread up, hopefully this will get posted by tomorrow. But we'll see. Editing has been taking me a couple days, but we'll see how this goes. And yeah, I'll let you know in the thread when it will close out. So go ahead, post in the thread, and we'll see who wins. Let's see the other thing. Okay, we still have a coupon by Sally of Yarn Friendly. I have shown her bag, and since I'm doing this a little bit differently, I don't have her bag right now. But anyways, Yarn Friendly from Sally. Yarn Friendly is her Etsy shop. Okay, and she's giving us 10% off coupon. She makes some very cute project bags, and I just checked her Etsy shop 2 days ago, and it was pretty full. Her bags are very, very reasonable. I did not see anything over $25 in her shop, so definitely check her out. Okay, we're gonna do something I haven't done in a while. The community news, what's going on in our world, in our crafting community, our knitting community, what's happening, right? So here's what's going on. There's a couple things I wanna talk about. The first thing is, the Pin, Hook, and Needles ladies, it's a podcast. It's Marlisha and Talia. It's a mother and daughter. They are doing an autism awareness knit along, and they do this every year from what I understand. And I just wanted to put that out there. They're also doing it with 2 other people, Heidi from the Undead Yarn podcast and Laura from a Crochet Hoovian podcast. So I think this is a really great knit along that just goes beyond what we typically do, which is just knitting for the simple joy of knitting. I think you should still knit for the joy of knitting, but why not give some support to this awesome cause and some awareness? The only thing you have to do is knit with something bright colors. Bright colors, that's it. That's very easy. Go into their Ravelry group, check out the rules, see what's going on there. You have to be a member of their group. I don't know the particulars for the other 2 groups, but check them out. That's a very broad range. I'm going to put my Windy Sky shawl in there. It's going from, I don't know when it started, it's already going on, but it ends June 30th. And with my new job, I started working. I actually work with a man who is has high functioning autism, and he's very open about it. And he talks about it, and it's been really fascinating and educational to get to know him. I've really enjoyed it, and yeah, I just love learning about people who are different than me and spending time with them. And it's been just a wonderful experience. So check them out, see what's going on, and join their knit along. Okay, one last thing, and we're gonna get into some knitting. Jules of Diary of the Yarn Snob gave me a fantastic shout out, first of all, and I wanna say thank you, Jules. That was so neat, sweet of her. Jules is great. We just recently started kind of touching base and talking, and found out that she lived literally in the town next to me when I was here. Small world, right? But anyways, she and Steph of the Milk Shed podcast did a joint, kind of like a joint podcast. They still have their separate podcasts, but they did kind of this special thing where It's a bit of a discussion, it's a bit of an interview, and it was really, really enjoyable to watch. There's 2 parts, and they posted one of them in Jules, the Diary of the Yarn Snob podcast, and they posted the other part in Steph's From the Milk Shed podcast. I really loved it. I loved it so much. There was some thought-provoking questions. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was just very different from what you guys probably usually see in our podcasting world, but I highly recommend it. Check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you do check it out and you like it, put something in the comments. Tell me what you liked about it, because I loved it. I would love to talk about that with you guys. Tell them too if you liked it, because I think they're thinking about doing it some more, and I really hope they do. Loved it, guys. It was just great. 2 thumbs up. Okay. Shortest intro ever for me. We're going into some knitting, okay? I'm trying to get better. I'm going to do something a little different this time. I think I'm going to try to split this into 2 pieces and maybe actually have a podcast every week, but I will do all of it on one day. So stay tuned. We'll see. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to give it a try. Let's go into some FOs. Okay. So I don't have any real FOs, meaning there's nothing I have finished recently. However, you guys do. And I want to start talking about some of the things you guys are knitting more often, because you guys have beautiful, fabulous projects, and I think they need to be shared because I get inspired by them. Let's inspire everyone, okay? But before we get to your guys' pretty stuff, I am going to answer, well, it wasn't a question. Someone had asked, it was Quiet Zone. Oh, goodness, her first name is escaping me. I see her picture and everything, and I had it written down in other notes. But regardless, she had said in her comments, she would love to see past FOs, past projects that I have made, and what I liked about them, what I used the most. And I think that's a fantastic idea. But for today, we're going to do something slightly different. I'm going to show you the first FOs I have ever made. Okay? I think I have 3. Are you ready? You think you are, but are you? Oh my. So my mom has 3 scarves that I made in the beginning. Okay, so here's one. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on. Isn't that pretty? I don't even know what this yarn is. And I know I held it double because, where is that silvery piece? Oh, this is so ratty looking. So that means my mom actually wears this stuff. I feel so bad. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know what this is made out of. I don't want to know. But I think I really liked knitting it in the beginning. For the record, I wouldn't wear this, and I feel bad that my mom wears this. So there is something from one of the first FOs in my life. I have more. Oh yes, oh yes. Can't stop there. Oh, another equally ratty scarf. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I liked this crunchy acrylic, and I'm not anti-acrylic. I'm not one of those people, but there is something to be said for this furry. I mean, this looks like Fozzie Bear. This looks like something, like, did I shear Fozzie Bear and spin the yarn and make it into a scarf? I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. It's long. My mother wears this. I'm sorry, Mom. I gotta make you a new scarf. Okay, so one more. Are you ready? This one isn't as bad. And I remember, okay, so this is in my Ravelry project page. I don't remember what the pattern is. I might post it on the screen, we'll see. But it was my very first lace project, and I loved it. And this is cotton, I can tell by feeling it. I have no clue what the actual yarn is, but I can just tell. And I know there's people who say they don't like knitting with cotton, but I don't remember not liking that. I remember really enjoying this project. And if you've never done lace and you're new to knitting, because this was one of my first, a beginner project, I thought. It took me a little bit of trial and error, but I did it, and it's very easy. You can see the pattern to find out if you're making a mistake, it shows up easily. So I really enjoyed this one. My mom just washes and dries things in the washer and dryer. So she doesn't block it. It doesn't lay flat. So that's the problem with this, I think. It's not really nice looking for a non-knitter, I guess, to be able to wash and go. It's okay, but it's showing some wear and tear too. So thought you guys might enjoy that. I also want to show another finished object that's not mine, but I'm going to show you guys anyways, because I want to show this early rather than later. Look at my gnome. Is he not cute? Is he not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? This is from Andy of Andre Sue Knits. She surprised me with a package in the mail. And oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love him. Thank you so much, Andy. He makes me smile. I love him. I have a shelf in my bathroom. It's a little glass shelf that's on the wall, and I spend a good chunk of every morning in that bathroom, and I've decided to start making it like a shelf of happiness, if you will. And he sits on, because it's the first thing I see in the morning. I often watch podcasts while I'm getting ready for work in the day, but this shelf I'm really getting into. So I have a embroidered wildflowers that I got from This Handmade Life, Olivia, that I bought from her. It's beautiful. I got that right above it. And then I have the gnome, and I have a couple little other objects that people have made me and I put on the shelf so I can see them every day. So I just thought I'd share this. It's beautiful. Oh, do you hear that? Yes. Okay. See, this is why, I don't know. I don't think we're going to do this a lot in the sunroom. I have two birds, Buddy and Sunshine, who really should have been named Ike and Tina, because they argue quite a bit. They fight a lot. So hopefully they don't get into it. But we'll set him up here. Hey, shh, quiet, shh, shh. Yeah, hush. You know I'm talking to you. Sassy little things. All right, now I'm going to show socks that you guys have knit. I'm going to do this, I think, in categories. I think next time I'll show some shawls. But so the first up from you guys is some socks from Johanna. Now, Johanna joined the Viewers Challenge for the knitting games, and she's doing scrappy knee socks, as is Mona, who I'm going to show next. But Johanna said that she wanted to do these scrappy knee socks, and when she got bored, she was going to knit patterns in them. Well, I think she got bored quick because she knit different patterns in all of them. If you look here and you can see, isn't that neat? Isn't that fun? I love these socks. They are so fun. Great job, Johanna. The next socks I want to show you are by Mona. Mona did the scrappy knee socks too. And look what she did. First of all, you got all these really fun yarns in there, but then, do you notice on one sock she has little sheeps that she put on there? And then on the other sock, there's hearts. Way to take scrappy knee socks to the next level, ladies. Great job. I love it. You guys are, I love it. I love it. I would have never even thought to do something like that. So I had to share those with you guys. And then I also wanted to show a project from Linda. She knits a lot of things. She's very skilled knitter, and she really goes and does, she takes a lot of liberties in changing patterns or creating her own sweaters, and I'm always inspired when I see her projects. But since we're doing socks, I wanted to show her latest socks that she has posted with her new shoes. I thought these were just so cute, and they're just great for springtime. Just what a great springtime shot for socks, knitted socks and brand new shoes. They're lovely, Linda. I love them. So that is what's going on in the Ravelry group, which we do have, by the way. There is a Spicy Homemaker Ravelry group. Feel free to drop in. Lots going on over there. I've been a little less chatty because, well, there's a lot going on. I try to get in there as much as I can, but before I go into my whips, I just want to put out there, if any of you are interested in doing anything in my Ravelry group, let me know. If there's a knit along you want to start, do it after the knitting games for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how loud this is going to be, but I'll find out when I edit, right? You were so quiet. What are you yelling about? There's nothing to yell about. Okay, so anyways, then let me know if you want to do a knit along or a swap and you want to organize it and do it in my group. Let's do it. I mean, this can be as much or as little as we like. Also, if you're interested in being a moderator in the group, that's basically what I call a party mixer. You're just in there, you're keeping the chatting going and you're talking to people. Let me know, okay? I want this to be as much or as little as we like. We seem to ebb and flow. When things get active, we chat a lot, and then we have kind of a natural slope of, not so much chatting, and that's okay. If that's where we're gonna keep it, that's fine. Let's make this whatever we want. If it's not the most social area on Ravelry, that's okay. I don't want to, make this into something, I don't want to pressure it into anything. We'll just let it happen. But if there's something you guys have been wanting to do, let me know. Send me a Ravelry message. I'm not someone who needs to micromanage. I will, just pass the idea to me. We'll talk about it maybe very briefly, and I'll let you go do it, Let's make this a community effort, as always. But let's just say we don't ever really get to be one of those groups that's just really, really vibrant and always doing stuff. But you're looking for one. Just off the top of my head, there's a lot, I'm sure. But the one that comes to mind right now, if you're looking for one, is Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick. Lots of fun going on over there all the time. She has, there's people always talking, there's always fun swaps going on. She always has knit-alongs going on. So, if you want to go over there and check it out, feel free. This is, we'll have fun wherever we have to, Maybe we'll just tailgate in other Ravelry groups. What do you say? I think we should do that maybe in the summer, because I'm looking for some lazy day summers up ahead here. It's been kind of crazy. My schedule will not stay like this forever, too. In fact, it's going to calm down probably in a couple weeks. All right, let's go into some whips. All right, first up, what do we have here? Okay, so this is my knee-high scrappy socks. I'm not that far into it because here's what happened. With the long hours, I have barely knit, which makes me very sad. But, okay, so these are toe up, and I'm using Lena from the Lena Knits podcast. She has a free scrappy socks recipe for knee-high socks on Ravelry. It's called May Your Days Be Merry, and I'm using that. So it's toe up, and I've been wanting to try it toe up, so I did. And it wasn't hard. I think I had to do the cast on maybe 4 times, which I think when you're learning a new technique, don't let that get you down. Sometimes you have to do it more than once. I know that sometimes we get frustrated and we think if we don't get it the first couple times or even 3 times, that we don't like it and we give up. Don't do that. Do it over and over. Some of the best learning experiences I have ever had was when I had to do something several times in a row. Yes, it was frustrating. Yes, it was a little bit maddening, but I learned it, and then the next time it doesn't happen like that. So don't give up right away. However, do you see the little garter ridge mistake I made? I don't know if I'm going to fix that or not. I go back and forth on it. It does bother me a little bit, but it is a sock. They are for me. Not sure yet. Here they are, and the reason they're kind of at a standstill is because I've never done toe up, so I think I need to measure these. I have size 7 foot. I think I'm supposed to stop here and do a heel, which seems short, but I've never done toe up. But I need to be aware of that, where it's supposed to be. So these 2 are from the Yarn at Home Mom, and I don't know where this is. This is from one of you guys. It's a purple skein of purple mini that I really like. And this, the white, is from this. This is a gradient skein called Wolof, and I thought I knew the shawl I wanted to knit with this, which is why I'm using it for my toes and heels, because this, I think it's 800 meters, this ball of yarn is, and I have one that's 1,000 meters. But the shawl I was looking at didn't use quite this much, and I'm gonna definitely go from the outside to the inside when I knit the shawl. So I thought I needed to take some of the yardage off of it. I thought toes and heels would be a great way to take some of it off without using too much. But I just changed my mind about what I want to do. And so I may stop and use different yarn for the toes and heels. And if that's the case, I probably will rip this toe out and redo it. I don't know, but we'll see. I really liked the shawl that Tracy showed on the Grocery Girls on her latest podcast, and it was for gradient yarn. The yarn that it was meant for, I can't remember the name of the shawl, but it was Dingo Dye Works, I think it's called. But I thought this would be a really good skein of yarn to use for it too. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay, one more whip. It's a light week for that. And it's my Windy Sky shawl. Now this is one I thought I'd have done by the time I podcast, and really 3 weeks I should, but I just haven't been able to knit that much. And I think I've knit more on this than that. I've made a few mistakes. And remember how I said on the last podcast, oh, I haven't made any mistakes. Or if I made a mistake, I caught it quickly. It was perfect. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have said that. So the first mistake wasn't a big one at all to me. It just, can you see it right here? How that's a blue stripe and that's the multicolored stripe there. This is supposed to be only 2 rows, not 4. And so is the one, I don't know if I'm showing that right. But anyways, one of these here was supposed to be 2 rows and I did 4. So I just went ahead and made sure the next color matched the same thing. I did 4 rows. Not a big deal. What is sort of a big deal that I'm thinking about ripping back this blue. I have not that much left, but they're long rows now. So I have the large flower section left and then another border section, and then I'm done. But I'm 2 rows into the flower section and my stitches are already off. So I did some knit 2 togethers to get rid of the extra stitches, but I think it's probably, now that I'm thinking about it, because this is where the flowers go, it's more important for the stitches to be correct in the blue section versus one of these garter stitch sections. So I think I'm gonna rip it out since I'm only 2 rows in, and somehow I'm gonna have to do some math because there's no stitch count at the end of the rows, which I don't think is necessary, but I'm gonna have to figure out what that should be because I'm already off what the pattern is because I added 4 extra rows really. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I don't think it'll be hard. I just need to do it because I really want this done. This is going to be a gift and I'm just so excited to give it to the person, and I just want it done. I think I'm gonna enter this into the Pin Hook and Needles Autism Awareness Cal because I think that's bright color, don't you? I mean, look, it looks to me much like a sunset over the ocean. I love this. This is gonna be a hard one to let go of, but the person it's going to a good home. So I give it gladly, but I love it. So the yarn I'm using and the needles I'm using, let's talk about that. I'm not so good about talking about the needles. I know I go one size up from the needles. Windy Sky Shawl is by Debbie Reese, paid for pattern on Ravelry. I'm using, this is the colorway Aquarius by Zio Wools. It's a fingering weight yarn. And this is by Gabby from Once Upon a Corgi. Her Etsy shop is called Upon a Corgi, and it is in the witching hour in her fig base. So these are my 2 yarns, and I've discussed these before in the past, and I love them. I think they're great. And, oh, dropped my yarn. Okay, there's that. Let me know what you guys think about the lighting in here. It's natural lighting. I usually use artificial lighting because natural lighting is so iffy for me at times, but I think it's doing okay. Do you? Let me know. What are these needles? And I'm not good about keeping my needles in packages to know what they are. Oh, Chow Gu, size 6, 4 millimeters. So these would be, I think aren't they the red lace? Because I love these. I do. I like them a lot. But I always usually go up a needle size because I'm a tight knitter, but I'm starting to get a little looser. So I'm excited about that. Well, the knitting games. Let's talk about it. The Podcasters Challenge for April. It's done. You guys who voted, thank you so much. The winners have been announced. I'm never podcasting in here again with these birds are way too noisy. So they, first prize winner, Deanna from Skeins and School Podcast. She has an Etsy shop called Swatch This Fiber Arts. So congratulations, Deanna. Maureen from the Victorian Studio Podcast. She won second place. Congratulations, Maureen. And the rest of us get a skein of yarn to give to all of our viewers. So distracting. I don't know how people podcast with pets. I thought I'd give it a shot. I don't really like this at all. Oh, okay. Hopefully they're going to be quiet now. Okay. So anyways, what I was saying is the dyeing challenge for April is now done. And Deanna and Vicky of Sweet Leaps Podcast, they each had a voting thread in their Ravelry group. They've already put the names for who dyed what. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. It was a lot of fun. You guys did a great job. And the prize packs are going out to Deanna and Maureen to give to their viewers. So they're awesome prize packs. You guys are going to love them. They're going to be given to you. Skeins of yarn, which are, I'm going to have one to give to you guys too. So I'm excited. That's coming our way too. Now, May is coming up for May Podcaster Challenge. I don't have it with me, but remember them little wooden sheep and alpaca that were around the Christmas time where Juniper Farm made them? And people were wrapping yarn around them, and that's kind of what they were made for. Well, Susan B. Anderson did a little sweater pattern for them as well. Anyways, there is a list of people who are going to be podcasters, I should say, who are doing this in May. We have to decorate them and take a creative photo of them, and we'll post a voting thread in my group and Brittany's of the Sip and Stitch. Brittany is my co-host for the knitting games. So stay tuned for that. The only prerequisite is that they have to have some sort of fiber in their decoration. People who are going to be participating in that is, let me find it. I could probably do it off the top of my head, but I don't want to leave anyone out. Okay, so me and Brittany are, Eric from Sticks Plus Twine, the Whole Lot of Craft Girls, Grocery Girls, Periscoping Sisters, What Shara Made, Shara from What Shara Made podcast, the Knitting Expat, who is Mina, and Michael from the Penguin Coffee Clutch. So, it's gonna be great. If any of you guys have not given me your personal email address, please do so that I can send a mass email out, and also we can transfer photos a little bit more freely than through Ravelry. So that is that. Okay, let's talk about the Viewers Challenge right now. What we have going on right now is the Windy Sky Shawl, knee-high scrappy socks, and the Squishy Shawl by Mina. There's 3 FO threads open in my Ravelry group. If you knit them and put them in there, your chance for winning a prize are very high. I think there's only 1 to 2 FOs in each of those FO threads. Closes out May 15th, and I will pick winners from each thread. Those winners will receive 1 project bag, and I have 3 because there's 3 FOs. Here's your project bags you get to pick from. This one's from Michelle of the Naughty Knitwits. It's got recipes. It's got this cute little rainbow Progress Keeper detachable handle and cookies on the inside. I love this. I have one just like it. The other one is from Bags for My Awesome Granny. I've showed this several times. Super cute, pink, gray, and cream. Monkeys, tigers, lions. I think this is very spring-like. I love it. And then this one is a new one that I just bought from Regina of the Herbstblatt Regina podcast. She just went out and started her own Etsy shop. And what I think is so cool about hers is that she was out of work for quite a while, and she was trying desperately to find a job, and it just wasn't happening. So she said, you know what? I'm starting a business. And she just went for it. And she just started dyeing yarn. I think that's so cool. She's in Germany. So these are the first bags I bought from her. I bought myself one too. And I love it. Oh my gosh. This is for you guys though. This one has a zipper. And there's her her name, Herzblatt Creation. It looks like it's written in German. But this is all in English out here. Let your heart lead the way, sparkle, playful, wonderful, authentic, bloom. It's just such a fun bag. So there's those three. And also you get to have a skein of yarn with your project bag, okay? Here are the options. You get to pick. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll put a first, second, and third, and you guys get to choose from what's in there. Here is a skein of yarn donated by Andy from Andre Sue Knits. It's Daydreamer and her Cloud 9 fingering weight yarn. It is 75-25 superwash merino and nylon, 460 yards. Is that not pretty? Does that not just look like the perfect spring sky? It does have like, it almost looks like faux tweed to me because it's got these like brown speckles in here, but I think it's so beautiful in contrast. I like tweed too, but this is yeah, that's one of the skeins of yarn that you get to choose from. This one's from Dag of Zia Wools. This is her Dreamer colorway in the Sandia base, 75-25 as well, superwash merino and nylon. It's a 4-ply, 434 yards, and this is gorgeous. Mina talked about this particular base in her podcast, and she just loved the stitch definition, and she really liked knitting socks with this. But I think this would, I think I have her Sandia base going in the Windy Sky shawl. It is gorgeous. There's even some lavenders in there. It's just, oh, it's so pretty. So much going on in here. The other one is, the colorway is called Milan, and it's from Destination Yarn. And this is more of your neutral, cream gray and dark gray. So that's a possible one that you can pick. And then I have a crazy fun one by Nerd Girls Yarns, and this is called Now and Then in their binary sock. It's a fingering 2-ply, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 400 yards. Look at that. Wow. I was gonna knit some socks for my son out of this, but I have some other fun yarn that I can use too, but this is fun. I think this is so fun and crazy. I love it. So there's that. You got 4 skeins of yarn to choose from. There will definitely be some more Powerball questions in May. And I don't know what we're going to do for a viewers challenge, if we're going to have another one or not for May, because this one's going in, this one's kind of a big one, and it's going into May. Stay tuned. I'm not really sure. But I do want to show you some of the things that we have for the grand prize for the knit along for the knitting games. So there is a knit along, a Cal in Wendy's, geez Louise, in Brittany's of the Sip and Stitch podcast group, okay? That's where the FO thread is. I have a chatter thread that I pull prizes from all the time, but Brittany has the FO thread in the Sip and Stitch podcast group. So please post your FOs in there. You can basically knit anything you want and post it. And she's doing the points, there's points associated. Read the thread, okay? But part of the grand prize, we're gonna pick one from random drawing and one for whoever has the most points. And for whoever has the most points, we're gonna do 4 skeins of yarn. And 2 of those skeins are these Woolen Vine yarns. So I have Footsie in the Venus Flytrap and Narwhal in the Gashly Crumb. Yeah, I scored these for you guys, right? Huh? Like them? 2 more skeins of yarn are gonna go with this. I don't know what they're gonna be, but they're gonna be as equally awesome. So that's part of the grand prize. The other grand prize is gonna be so cool too. So, you know, I know we're not posting all the prizes right up front because there's just so much going on, but they've all been really cool, I think. So I'm excited for you guys. All right. Oh, I want to show what's going to go for the Podcasters Challenge real quick too. Part of the grand prizes. There's going to be 2 grand prizes, first and second, just like the Dyeing Challenge. This was the bag I was talking about by Sally from the Yarn Friendly Etsy shop. That's one of the prize packs. This is from Jody, the Grocery Girls, Mrs. Brown's bags. She donated this very generously as well. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Sally. I so appreciate any donations. So there's gonna be a project bag for each prize pack, definitely some yarn, definitely a pattern, and I know there's gonna be more. So just stay tuned for that, okay? All right, so that's that. And is that it for the knitting games? I believe so. All right, how are we doing on time? Not too bad, not too bad. This might be one episode. We're gonna push on through. Okay, let me make sure that I don't have anything. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about mail, okay? What did I get in the mail? It's been like a surprise day every day. I never know what's coming. The sleep deprivation is at an all-time high. I almost feel like I have a newborn again because I really truly don't know what's in the packages when I get them. I don't know when I even shopped. There's been some stuff that's come through. And what's even more funny is I love seeing other podcasters, if they got a package from me and they're opening it and they're so excited, like I was so excited about this, and I'm thinking, so am I. What did I give you? I don't even remember. It's like I'm opening it with them for the first time. It's so bad. So, you want to see what I got? Let me show you. Let me talk about what I got from you guys, because I got some stuff and I love it. First, let's talk about what Mona got me. Now, Mona, in the last podcast, I was in bed and I wore, and that's the one that's not going on the air because it's gone, and I wore these the entire time. It's a little warmer today, and I'm definitely not in my bed, so look. She gave me these fingerless mitts. Are they not gorgeous? They're beautiful. These are so pretty. I wrote down, it'll be on the screen, what the pattern is. I believe it's a free pattern, but look at these cables. Aren't they gorgeous? I am totally going to knit these for somebody too. I think these are a great gift. I love the length of them. I've never done longer fingerless mitts, but now that I have them, I love these. I wish it was winter. I know people think that's crazy, but we didn't have a proper winter here, and I love winter. I like a normal winter. I like spring, summer, fall, all of them, but I need a winter. We didn't really have one. I wish it was winter so I could wear these. Mona, these are beautiful. These are gorgeous, and I love them. Oh my gosh, I will wear these all the time. I love them, and they're gray. They'll go with everything. I love them. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mona. Mona had given me some minis. I'm not going to show everything that was in the box. I wanted to show these because, well, they're gorgeous, and they're hand knit, and hand knit love is the best kind of love. So I wanted to show you guys that. Oh, okay, so Mona gave me this too. I do want to show you this. She gave me some Arnie and Carlos. And she said, I don't know if you've ever did this or you like them. I love this, and I have been wanting to knit these. The problem was that I bought a ball of this, not realizing they were 50-gram balls, even though I think I'd even heard that. So I bought only one ball of yarn. And, you know, I'm sure I can make shorty socks if I have coordinating toes and heels, but I just never have. So now I have two, and I can definitely make a proper pair of socks. So I'm excited. They're gorgeous. Look, that's the colorway, because I don't think they name their colorways. Some people do in the store. They kind of just take liberties and name them, but I don't think they have a proper name. Yeah, no, there's just a color number. It's 03655. Yeah, that's inspiring, isn't it? Why don't you name these gorgeous things Arnie and Carlo? Is it Arnie and Carlos? Anyways, I love it. Thank you, Mona. This was so perfect. You have no idea. I was so excited. I squealed when I saw this. The other thing I got was from Annaline. She's in Belgium, and I had sent her, she won the yarn from Dag to make the squishy shawl, and she wanted to send some minis for you guys. Look at this. So she said I get to keep some, and I'm totally keeping some. I mean, this is a huge bag of minis, and I thought all she was sending was minis. Yeah, right. You should see the size of the box that's in my lap right now. But what is so cool about this yarn, this reminds me a lot of hedgehog fibers. These are very generous minis, first of all. I did not see the weight. I should check out the weight. I will here in a second. But they don't go to the States or Canada. These are like kind of exclusive yarn, right? They don't go to all the countries. 20 grams, that's what I thought. These are very generous mini skeins. So even if you're not a mini skein kind of person, I mean, you could do a lot with this. You could use this for coordinating heels and toes. You can just add some bling in a project. So I'm going to group some of these up. I don't know how I'm going to give these away yet. It's definitely for the knitting games. I will let you know soon, but I'm excited. Yarn that does not go all over the world. Who would have known? Thank you, Annaline. That's so gorgeous. She also, oh well, she gave me a lot of chocolate, and I didn't get this package even a week ago and almost all of it's gone. I did share some with my kids. I don't usually, but I did this time. And here's what's left. This is one box. I mean, they're big boxes. She gave me 3 candy bars and these seahorses. Belgian chocolate is from heaven, okay? I used to live in England. I lived in England for 3 years when I was in the Air Force, and oh, I had some there. And I'm sure you can buy it here. I just kind of forgot. It is so wonderful. This was so good, and I love it. I almost don't want to eat these. I want to like savor them and stretch it out. Oh, they're so good. Thank you. You spoke to my heart. Yarn and chocolate. I love them. Also, oh yeah, see, so here's the empty box. I don't know what these little seahorses were, but they were pure tastiness. This was, words cannot describe this stuff, okay? This was good. This is so good. Oh, anyways, stop gushing about the chocolate, Melissa. She gave me some of her hand-dyed, which I think is awesome. Look at this, and I might be getting some of this mixed up. I know this is, I believe these two are too. And she gave me some minis, of course, and then I just want to show this. I just think this is so stinking cute. What is this? My first Regia. It's like this little bitty, I don't know, it's like a little, whoa. This little yarn nugget, 25 grams. Bigger than a mini, but not quite a full skein. It hasn't grown up to a full skein yet, but it's so cute. Something for Ruby is definitely going to be made with this. Okay, that is it from you guys. That's what I got. Thank you. You guys are awesome. And let me show you what I've bought. Okay, first off, these two gorgeous skeins. Now, I almost buy, you know how I am. I buy so many things for you guys, but these are definitely mine. And they are by, this name is all kinds of fun, so I'm just going to show you. Whoops. What is it? Lanetium Ex Machina. So this is BFL Silk Cashmere 70-20-10. This is colorway Haze, and this is the colorway Dungaree. Pure gorgeousness. This reminds me much of the Wool Barn, and it was meant as a kit for a particular shawl. I don't remember what. I just knew I loved this combination, and it will definitely become something beautiful. There was that. Oh, hedgehog fibers. Okay, so I've got to become more educated in this because last time, this is my first hedgehog fibers sock club, but I've noticed on other podcasts, I know there's 2, and I don't remember how they worked. I really like the colorways from the other club, but this one was fun. The first one I gave away, I liked it. It was okay. It just wasn't really, did not make my heart sing or anything. This one's a lot more fun. It's Neptune. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't know if it'll be a gift. I don't know if it'll be a prize. I don't know if I'll keep it. I'm not sure yet. So there's that. And, oh, this came from the other, where I got the blue and the cream colored yarn. This, the Lanetium Ex Machina Catalonia Nights BFL Sock Twist 80-20 Superwash BFL Nylon High Twist. This is meant as a gift for someone. I think I might stick with that. I'm not sure. It's like this really beautiful harvest fall color. It's got like these rich, deep oranges and browns in it. It's just very rich color. I like it's gorgeous. The other one, okay, 2 more things left. Plucky. Everyone says Plucky's so hard to get. When I got a sweaters quantity for myself from the Church Mass Yarns, it went quickly, but I got some, right? But I went to their website and they had a lot there, so I don't know if that's normal or not. But these are for you guys, okay? This was kind of like a grab bag, and the prices were very reasonable for Plucky yarn in the grab bag form because their yarn's very expensive, and if you ever read how they go about making their yarn, you'll understand why. But this is their Primo fingering. They're each 385 yards. It's 75-25 merino cashmere nylon, superwash merino cashmere nylon. Looks very much like 4th of July, doesn't it? I don't believe this will be given away as a package like this. I think I will separate them out. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this yet, but that's coming very soon as well. So this is a Wink and a Smile colorway. This is Twill, and this is strawberry wine. So stay tuned. All right, last but not least, Sweet Georgia yarn. Another grab bag. Vicki from Sweet Leaps had sent me a message telling me they were doing this sale, and I went ahead and got on it. And so I got 2 grab bags just to see what was going on. And you know, I like these colors well enough. They remind me very much of fall. Maybe it's just a seasonal thing right now, but I'm not crazy about them, mostly because I think because they're just so fall right now, and I'm just not in the fall mode. And this is their Tough Love sock. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 425 yards, and it feels amazing though. It really does. I'm very happy with the quality of the yarn so far, and I think I'm gonna keep a couple skeins at least for coordinating heels and toes, because I like these. I think they would be great for that. This is one of those, probably those colorways you need for heels and toes and you just don't think about. So I'm gonna definitely do that, but I think I wanna give some to you guys too. So these might be future prizes as well. Not all of them, but some, but we'll see. So there's that. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. It's 49 minutes according to my timer. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I had some things I wanted to talk about with you guys over the comments in the 1,000+ subscribers thread, and I still want to do that. So we'll probably do that in the future. There was some great suggestions. One that I do want to mention. It made me laugh, and I liked it too. I mean, I understood it. And it was that the music from the intro is louder than the speaking, which I know, okay? I don't mess with, I don't know enough about the volume in editing yet. I use Adobe Premiere software for editing. And you know how when you watch TV and the commercials are louder than the show? Or when you go to the movies and the previews are louder than the movie? I don't know that I will try to bring them more in line, but I truly don't believe that's ever going to be something that's going to be perfectly seamless or perfect. I mean, I don't think it is, because if the people who have lots of money can't do it, I don't think I can, but I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens, okay? However, I want to bring something to your attention here as we're talking about the people on TV and the movies. Dora the Explorer, she's the biggest offender in this. I watch a lot of Dora with Ruby, and her intro music is ridiculously loud, crazy loud. Like I have to put it down to number 5 on volume, and then she starts talking and we can't hear her, and we got to bring it up at least twice the level of what it's at. So I just want to say, go easy, because if Dora can't figure it out, how can I? I'm just saying. I'll try. But Dora can't do it. She's got that backpack and map and all that, so I don't know, maybe I need one of those. I'll give it a shot. But I appreciate the suggestion. I love the feedback. Keep it coming, because I do want to make this a podcast that you guys enjoy watching, and I think that's it. We'll talk more later, and thank you so much.